What's up, Internet? Corey Zamir here, back with a weekend adventure in video game hunting. It's Friday. I'm out running some errands. I'm about to step into a game exchange. I've hit a few thrift stores already. I found absolutely nothing. Ran into somebody that I've done trades with at some trade events, so I'm pretty sure this area's been picked clean this morning. Gotta stop at the post office, and I'm going to be shipping a package up to CJR. Hopefully you'll see his unboxing of it on his channel at some point. And then we're going to go to the flea market tomorrow. Let's go.
Woodstock, a good block since 82. They know me well, though they don't do what they say they do. My only hell is not being called a crazy dude. Oh nah, for all the cats that work a 9 to 5, but still be standing in line at midnight. Oh, that's real. Wanna be the first to master it. Game facts in it. Haters call you addicts, but I just know you passionate.
Flea market time at Wallingford. We're going to be going to New Haven Flea Market. I feel some sort of way about New Haven. I'll let you know about that later though.
Play your game and beat it, but won't stop till they unlock all the achievements. Believe it for the gamers, craft the man, well, let me at 'em. All I gotta do is find a pass.
For the gamers, experts, noobs and the griefers, protection defeaters, all us hackers and cheaters. I've got bad habits, lots of tools.
Do you have any other video games, or is that just that?
That's all I have now.
I like to feel the thrill, so step up if you want. Though I'll crush you when you will. You want point brand? Well, I got your back, supplies and pack. Consider me a sidekick. Victory is flawless. No one's gonna stop us. Strong through the gauntlet. No need for being cautious. Arcade to console to PC, I'll join. It's offense indeed. Both sides of the coin. Another round of night.
How much for this one?
Which one? $5. $3. Okay. $3.
That's just free.
Yeah.
Do you have change for 20?
Yeah.
How much for the PlayStation 2?
50.
How much?
50.
50?
The one okay. Really to control other wire. I don't have my game yet, but
Okay.
I could have put some game in.
Thank you. How much are the games?
$3.
Maybe I have gone insane, or maybe, just maybe, I've been playing too many games.
It's for the gamers. Getting up for work is a struggle. Playing all night till you come down for carpal tunnel. For the gamers, forsake meals and sleep to beat a game. They only had a week, so peep. It's for the gamers. Play your game and beat it, but won't stop till they unlock all the achievements. Believe it's for the gamers. Craft the man, well, let me at 'em. Is a struggle. Playing all night till you come down for carpal tunnel. For the gamers, forsake meals and sleep to beat a game. They only had a week, so peep. It's for the gamers. Play your game and beat it, but won't stop till they unlock all the achievements. Believe it's for the gamers. We'll craft the man, well, let me at 'em. All I gotta do is find a pattern.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Super Mario Trilogy, Billy Lee, Jimmy Lee, Castlevania, Contra, Jackal, the Super C, Load Runner, Kid, Nicky, Mega Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, you get the picture, the shadow of the ninja.
What's the best you can do for 9 games?
How about $22?
I do that. Oh. So what are you talking about? Is the system in there?
Yeah.
Can I see that?
It is there with 2 games. Inside here.
How much are you
Two
asking for the whole
controls.
thing?
The whole box I want $70.
70?
Yeah. You get 2 games, 2 controls, and as you can see, the power supply, yes, everything is there. Yeah. Oh, a recorder with I don't know.
Would you sell one of the games separate? So, not a bad day at the Wallingford Flea Market. I'm actually gonna have to go get more money just in case I find something at the New Haven one. I'll be honest with you, I don't have high hopes for it. Now, you wouldn't understand this. I do have a term, and it's called, it's for a flea market that just has like the mannequins with the asses facing out and nothing but knockoff clothes and just like absolute junk as far as I'm concerned. I call those flea markets New Haven-y, as if it's like an adjective, and you'll see what I'm talking about today. I hope you don't, because then I would mean I found some more games, but let's see.
Make up and fight, then we lost, then we make up and dress and mess up your makeup again.
One day I showed up at the rest, decided I would surprise her. She ain't had no makeup on, I didn't recognize her. Had to make up an excuse cause I ain't have a spine. But I don't want a girl who's only pretty part-time. But she busted me, had the nerve to call me a hypocrite. Said she wasn't the only one lying, I'm no different. She knew that I was making up lies while hustling. Knew that I got my cool clothing from my mother. And the sad part is that she liked me for me, and I hid behind the very same insecurities that she fell for, trying to be something that I was not. She said I liked you way before the bus stop. Not only can we not hang together, I just gotta end it, yes, we could've gamed together. So I guess the moral is work with what you got. Better to be hated for what you are than love for what you're not.
Make love and fight, then we lost, then we make up, undress and mess up your makeup. Make love and fight, then we lost, then we make up, undress and mess up your makeup again.
They got something to do with love, love. Neo.
The year 20XX.
I don't really care to have gigantic stuffed animal backpacks. So I hope that little montage you just saw explains why I never come to the New Haven flea market. Nothing but knockoffs and hot street trash. Alright guys, it's a winter fucking wonderland out there, so there's no outdoor flea market today, but we're gonna head to the Plainville flea market. It's been about a month since we've been there. Gonna try and get rid of some of the 360 games and the Dreamcast games that I don't want in my collection anymore. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, time to go over what I picked up this weekend. I picked up on Friday, as you saw, Wrecking Crew for the NES. Surprisingly has Mario, and I didn't know too much about this game. I actually checked, made sure it didn't have the Famicom adapter. It does not. Paid, I believe, $7 and some change for this at the Game Exchange. Not a bad deal. Seems like it could be a good game. I have not gotten past the first stage. Apparently, I inquired in one of my Facebook groups about how to play this, and you apparently also have to destroy the ladders, which I didn't know. This week is brought to us by Fresca. Not really, but I was about to choke, so needed something to drink. Hit the flea market on Saturday. Did not go again on Sunday because it snowed Saturday night. So I picked up Beyond Good and Evil for $3. Not really worth anything, but at the time I didn't think I was going to find anything, so didn't want to leave this behind. The case could definitely be in better shape. So we hit the mother load at the flea market, compared to how we usually do at least. Ton of N64 games and GameCube games. One of them I paid probably more than like a tag sale price, but it's still definitely worth it. First up for the N64 games, we got Shadows of the Empire, which this is actually held together by two pieces of tape, so definitely not in the best condition, but it works perfectly. We got Super Mario 64, Faded Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and one of my personal favorites, Pokemon Snap. They had some games that were just in generic cases. Generally I don't usually pick those up, but they had Star Fox Adventures, Mario Party 7, and one thing was, these games were a little scratchy, but everything actually played fine, which is not how it usually works out for me with GameCube games. Picked up GoldenEye Rogue Agent, which is complete with both discs. Lost Kingdoms, which I'm pretty sure I've seen on Metal Jesus Rock's Hidden Gems video. I played a little bit of it to make sure that it worked, because it was, like I said, it was a little scratched. It looks like it's kind of a card battler. The camera angles are a little weird because the age that this game came out in, I feel like we should have progressed past the stiff overhead camera angle, kind of, and I don't know. I would hold on to it, probably, but no manual. Probably not going to find that separately. The actual insert is not in the best condition. Some wear and tear down there. And I'm probably going to get rid of this. Last up from that deal, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which I never seem to find with the manual. I remember back in the day, me and my friends, we went to Walmart and we spent a ton of money getting the Game Boy Advance adapters so we could all play this. I think we played it for one night, and mind you, we had only rented this game. No one bought this. We got into a fight over someone stealing someone else's gold in the game. And that was pretty much the end of us ever playing this. We spent at least, must have been, I don't know how much it was, but it was probably more than $50 to play a rental game. So we were wandering further in the flea market, and for all that stuff, mind you, I paid $22, which is not a bad deal at all. Further into the flea market, from the same guy that I actually got the top loader from, he had, and luckily Alicia was there to pick this out because I didn't even see it, a GameCube complete in the box. It's the Mario Kart version, the Platinum one. He was asking $70 for it. Had 2 controllers, looked to be in decent shape. The box actually wasn't that bad, but $70 is a lot. I asked if he would part with the Mario Kart game separately, and he was adamant that he wanted to hold on to it until I started walking away. And that's a good tip if you really want something and you think the seller might waver if you start leaving. It's not a bad idea to just start walking away, because they might just throw an offer at you as you're walking away. And he did just that. So for $10, which, like I said, a little bit higher than I would normally pay at a flea market or a garage sale, but still definitely worth it. This game is going for damn near $40 now. So for a fourth of the price, in great shape, I have Mario Kart Double Dash, which is actually my favorite Mario Kart game. I thought that was going to be it this weekend, and I started rearranging the game room a little bit. You'll see back there I've now moved the PlayStation 1 games and the PlayStation 2 games, and I have some more PlayStation 3 games and 4 and blah blah blah. You'll see that in the room tour coming later this month. I decided to get rid of a lot of my Xbox 360 collection and the rest of the other garbage Dreamcast games, like the sports games. Like, I pretty much am trying to trim down those collections to literally just the games I want. So that brought me to the point where it was just like, alright, where do I get rid of this stuff? And I've been having Craigslist postings up that will just sit there and sit there and sit there and not much interest. And I'm kind of sick of that. And it's a lot of games that I don't want to try and ship on eBay and describe in detail. So I decided to take them down to the Plainville Flea Market, see how the kids are doing. It's been about a month since I've been there. They haven't really gotten much else in, so, and they didn't have the money to buy the games off me, so I had to take them elsewhere. So I took them down the street to M&J Collectibles, and he gave me a pretty good deal on this. Unfortunately, I didn't even film in there. I didn't film the games I was getting rid of, but it's probably like 30 games. I don't know. It was some amount of games, none of them which I really cared for, nor hurt me to part with. And for that trade-in, plus $10, I got these 4 PlayStation 1 games that I've been looking for. First up, and all these are in really great condition, we have Tabal #1. And the characters in this might look a little familiar to you. It's made by the same guy that made Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And what was really cool about this back in the day, as you can see, it included a Final Fantasy sampler CD for Final Fantasy VII. And I always would rent this, and I don't believe they ever gave me the sampler CD. Like, I would see it on here, and I would just assume. And I remember, it's not that great of a fighter. It reminds me kind of... what does it remind me of? It reminds me a little bit of Dead or Alive. It's been a while. It's been like 20 years, I think, since I played this. Almost 20 years, like 18 years. Also, another fighter, and actually a game series that I'm trying to collect all of them of. I have Bloody Roar, finally. I believe I just need Bloody Roar 2. I think Bloody Roar 2 is literally the only game, unless they have some handhelds or some other obscure console release. I have the GameCube version, I have the Xbox version already, so almost a complete collection, I think. Here's a game that I was really into finding back when I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre. This is Sayuki, The Journey West, or Journey West, I guess. It's based on the old Chinese tale of Journey West, I guess it was called. It's got Son Goku, the Monkey King, kind of related to what Dragon Ball came from originally, I believe, with Son Goku and being, a Saiyan, having a monkey tail. but back, I believe, when they made Dragon Ball, they didn't really think that far ahead. I don't know if they knew he was going to be a Saiyan. That's just something that they came up with for Dragon Ball Z. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z historian. And here's a game that I've been really itching to get my hands on lately. I don't know exactly why, because I have almost no desire to put this in a system and play it, because I remember renting this back in the day and hating it. And it's a wonder I ever played any other game in the series after that. The first Diablo for the PlayStation. Now this goes for around $40, so this was my main concern with getting these games, was I wanted to get Diablo. And I've been looking at some eBay listings, I've been looking for it at retro game stores, and I wasn't finding it anywhere. So I was very happy to see it at M&J Collectibles, and I had to pick this up. Let me know what you found this weekend. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, keep it real and true.